Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Autopilot Podcast. I'm Anna,
And I'm Lana.
and today we're going to be reading some Reddit stories and talking a little bit about them.
But
So, let's
let's
get
get
into
into it.
it. Yeah. All right. So, the first story we're going to talk about is from r/am I the a-hole.
Okay.
We're not going to swear here, so there will be bleeps outs. Um, it was posted 20 days ago. So, this is fresh.
Pretty recent.
The title of the story is Boyfriend Mad at Me Because He Opened Up Relationship and Got No Dates. Am I the a-hole for how I responded?
Okay.
Yeah. How are you feeling about that title?
Sounds pretty good.
All right. Me and my boyfriend, both 37, have been dating for just over 3 years. Prior to this, I was single for 8 years. Overall, it's been a healthy relationship. We are both independent with our jobs, living situations, etc. I do love spending time with him. I don't really have any complaints. However, something that startled me back However, something that startled me was back about 6 months ago. Him saying that he wanted to open the relationship up, meaning going on dates and sleeping with other women. I've never been in a dynamic like this, so I naturally had a lot of questions. He told me that I could also go on dates and sleep with other men. I honestly was a little skeptical at first, but after doing some research and having time to think, I agreed. He had told me that if at any point I wasn't comfortable, we could stop and close the relationship up again. One of the rules was we don't discuss with each other what we're doing or who we're going on dates with, etc. I signed up to a dating app within a few days. I had 500 plus likes. It's been pretty steady since. So I started matching with people, texting, and arranging dates. On average, I go on 1 or 2 dates a month. There are also some people in similar dynamics of open relationships that I am going on dates with and sleeping with regularly. I quite like the fact that everything is non committal. So even though I was skeptical at first, I'm enjoying the open relationship. As decided from before, I hadn't told my boyfriend about any of this. I was at my boyfriend's house the other day and my phone was on the kitchen counter. He saw my notifications and then proceeded to go through my phone and read messages, including going through the dating app and whatnot. To say he was angry was an understatement. Turns out he opened the relationship up to take out on a date a younger colleague at his workplace who misread his idea of a date, in quotes, as just a work lunch. He then openly told me that he wanted to see if it would work with her so he could ultimately leave me for her. However, she didn't want him, and it seems like no one else did either. In the last 6 months, he's had a few rough dates, but no one additional to sleep with. I feel somewhat embarrassed for him. He demanded we instantly close the relationship up, and I told him that maybe we should just end things or at least take a break. He was outraged and called me names, but he was the one who wanted this dynamic, so what's the problem? I left, and as I walked home, I contemplated fully breaking it off with him. He's blowing my phone up, and I'm not quite sure what to say. Am I the a-hole? What?
What? Bro,
Thoughts?
what? That's low key embarrassing for him.
Yeah, it is.
It's really bad.
I don't
Imagine.
necessarily agree with open relationships. I think if
I
you're
think they're gross.
well, I think if you're gonna do a open relationship, like, just break up and
Yeah.
just do, like, a friends with benefits person if you really wanna still
Yeah.
see them, but you're not really together I mean, I
You're sleeping
guess.
with other people.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
are
into that
not
idea.
together.
But
No,
okay, if you're
no.
gonna do it, you're gonna do it. But don't
Here's
do
the
it
thing. They
so you
were
can
dating
date
for
one other
3
person.
years
They
in a
were
healthy
dating
relationship. Why weren't they married if it
yeah,
was such
3
a healthy
years.
relationship? 3 years is a long
No.
time.
Yeah, they're 37.
In their 30s. Girl,
Man, good for her though, 37, and she's going out on dates, like,
and hooking up with random people?
multiple times a month.
Oh, guess their relationship wasn't so healthy after that.
No, I think that you're not the a-hole and you should break up with this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. You should have broken up with him when he said he wanted an open relationship. Should have been a first red flag right there.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow.
And the fact that he didn't break up with her when he just wanted one person. He didn't even wanna be like, "Oh, I wanna make things exciting again," or whatever, and
Yeah.
that's why I opened up. No, he just wanted to see if
One person.
one
And
person
she
would
thought
date
it
him.
was a
Oh,
work lunch. Crazy work.
that is embarrassing.
I wonder if he was ugly. Are there pictures?
No. There's no pictures, no verdict because it's so recent,
Oh,
so
okay.
we don't know, but, I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that she's not the a-hole
Yeah.
here.
She's probably not with him either.
No. I'm hoping they broke up. So, alright, let's get to our next story.
Good for her. All right, next story.
This is from r/best of Reddit updates, which basically means this person updated this story a lot, and
Okay, so we're
it's like
getting
really good.
real updates.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're getting updates this time. Uh, all right. The title is "Am I the a-hole for recording my friend's fiance at her bachelorette party and playing the recording for him?" This is from 5 months ago, or the best of Reddit updates is. Uh, but it's about 5 months ago. It was May 29th, 2025.
Oh,
That it was originally posted. So, all right. I was invited to the bachelorette party for my friend's fiance. It was over the long weekend at a vacation rental on the beach. There was booze, a hot tub, great food. It was definitely a hit. At one point, I was on the deck looking at the ocean, and the bride was drunk in the hot tub with two of her friends. She said she felt more relaxed than she had in a while. I assumed she was referring to wedding planning. One of her friends asked if she was having trouble with the quote, little monster. She said no, that he was manageable for now. At that point, I realized they were talking about my friend's son. I took out my phone and started recording them. The bride's friend said horrible stuff about my friend's son, and the bride responded positively to everything, laughing and agreeing. Then she said it was too bad he wasn't old enough to send to military school. I stopped recording when their topic changed. I don't think they ever realized I was close enough to hear them. When we got back, I asked to meet with my friend, and I played him the recording. He was quiet while he listened. After the recording finished, he asked me to send it to him, which I did. Then he asked me to delete it, which I said I would do, but haven't yet. I feel like an a-hole for interfering, I really do. However, I'm worried about my friend's son. Depending on what my friend does, I might need to send this recording to the poor boy's family. I feel like I've overstepped, but what else can I do? Was I being an a-hole? All right, and we have some comments. Because he responded to some comments.
okay.
Commenter. Have you ever said anything stupid you didn't mean while drunk or exaggerated feelings? Is there even a kernel of truth to what she was saying about the difficulty of the kid or about his ex? Did you have an ulterior motive in breaking up this marriage? Why does everything feel why does everyone feel the need to be a vigilante and snitch these days? OP. Yes, I have. I just worry about this little boy. It's bad enough that his mom isn't in his life anymore. He deserves love and support. When I have said stupid things while drunk, they're usually wound up being consequences for me later, and I ended up needing to apologize to someone afterwards. And then second commenter, is he a little monster though? How old is he? Does he have behavior issues or is it more caused from bad parenting? OP. He's not a monster at all. He's 2 years old. He doesn't have any behaviors atypical for his age group. The worst thing he does is that he keeps trying to take his clothes off in public because it's so hot this summer. My friend is a great dad who loves his son very much. All
So,
right.
is this friend the person that this chick's getting married to?
Yes. Yeah. How would you
So
feel
that's
about
gonna
that?
be that kid's gonna be her stepson.
Yes, that will be the stepson. That's a crazy thing to say. He's 2.
And he's a monster?
I was thinking he was like 9 or 10.
I was thinking he's like at least a teenager.
Oh, really? 2 years old and you're like a little monster? He's just
Like two.
he's a
He
baby.
doesn't even know how to go to the bathroom yet. He's probably still running around in a diaper.
That's actually a little bit insane. How would you feel about that if like your fiance said that about like a child? that you
Not even
had.
a child, your child.
Yeah, your child. I would
I I I don't even know. I don't even know.
I'd be pretty upset because you want when you're looking for someone when you have a child, I feel like you're probably looking for someone that would be a good mom too.
Yeah.
Because in theory, like if you stay with this person, you're that they'll feel like a mom to the 2-year-old
Yeah.
son. And you don't want them to like hate your son. That's terrible. Wow. All right. We have an update, obviously. It's about 3 days after it was originally posted.
Okay.
Yesterday, Friday afternoon, I got a text from my friend asking me to block his fiance's number. I was a bit thrown by the request and asked if everything was okay. He said he couldn't talk right now and asked me to please just block the number. So I blocked the number. I have this weird glitch with my Android Auto where if a blocked number calls me, it shows up in my recent calls as a missed call on my car's screen, even though on my actual phone, it doesn't ring at all. I was driving later and saw a ton of missed calls from her. There were so many, it exceeded what my car will show me. I kept the number blocked. Later, my friend's best friend, who was supposed to be the best man, called me and asked me if I had heard from her friend. I said yes and asked why. He sent me a screenshot from the fiance's Facebook talking about how people show you their true colors and saying she was newly single. I tried to call my friend, but he didn't answer. Tonight I finally heard back from him. The long and short of it is that he asked her about how she feels about his son. She said he's adorable and sweet. My friend played her the recording, and she asked where he got it. He refused to tell her, saying it shouldn't matter. She immediately guessed it was me. He refused to confirm that. She was angry that he wouldn't tell her. I recorded her. She was angry that he wouldn't tell her. I recorded her conversation and said she can't trust him anymore. She called off the wedding. Not a great update, but since so many of you were so invested, I thought you'd want to know. And then there's one commenter. So she broke it off since he would not tell her. Did she address what she said in the video? This is a crazy. This is crazy. Update me. OP. He didn't give me a word for word rundown of their conversation, but from what he told me, once the topic shifted to her wanting to know who recorded her, it never went back to what she said. Edit more on the recording. One of the bride's friends said she wouldn't be able to put up with such a gross kid, to which the bride laughed and agreed it was difficult. Another asked if she ever wishes he wouldn't come up uh, when he was always jumping in the water. She said no, but she also laughed, and I don't think laughter was an acceptable response to such a horrible comment. Another friend said if her son had stripped naked in public, she would slap him, to which the bride said she was too shocked to react.
Now that I think about it, if I was him in her if I was him in his situation, I would be like, "What the heck? Like, you're gonna be the future mom or the future, whatever to my kid. How are you saying all these well, not saying, but, like, how are you agreeing with all these things? You should be stepping up for him. Be standing up for him."
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't think she's the a-hole, if I'm being honest.
The person who recorded
Yeah,
it? No.
I
No.
don't think so. I think she did the right thing.
I think she just was like, "This is crazy. You
Yeah,
can't talk about this." But if you go and say to somebody, "Oh, they said this," they can like spin it.
yeah,
But having like physical proof that,
is a lot better.
yeah, because what's gonna happen if she didn't have physical proof of that is that he would not believe her. I
Mhm.
feel like, and they would like end up like being mad at her,
Yeah, and then yeah.
and things would not go well. So yeah, you're not the a hole. I
Is
think you
there
did
any
the
more
right thing.
updates or no?
Yeah, there's one more update, which is crazy.
I
And
thought that was the end.
this was not posted on Am I the A-hole? This is just like another one on their account. Bridezilla called off wedding to my friend and is now suing him.
What?
Yeah, crazy. All right, let's get into it. This past week has just been nuts. What feels like forever ago, I was at my friend's fiance's bachelorette party. At the party, she said and reacted positively to inappropriate statements about my friend's son. So I recorded her and she sent the recording to my friend. When my friend played the recording for her, she wanted to know where he got it, but he refused to tell her. She called off the wedding, stating that she couldn't trust him. I just found out that she has declared her intention to sue my friend for any funds she
Crazy.
has already spent
What?
on the wedding, even though she left him. He's out of a lot of money too, probably around as much as she is, so if anything, she should be compensating him. She's also telling people that she left him because she feared for her safety as he was spying on her and having her followed. A complete lie. She's gone from saying that my friend is the love of her life, that she can't wait to spend forever with him, to saying he's quite manipulative, controlling, and has ruined her life. Quite a churn. She apparently wants around 25,000 to reimburse her for her dress, the cake deposit, the florist fee, the wedding planner's fee, and her emotional pain and suffering. It's an absolute mess, and the wedding was supposed to be in 8 days. So several people already have non-refundable travel arrangements and are completely confused. I have her number blocked, but she emailed me saying she would accept monetary contributions towards my friend's debt from me since this situation is all my fault because she knows I'm the one who recorded her. I reported the email spam and ignored it. My friend already paid for the venue and the catering, so he's considering throwing some sort of impromptu fundraiser for a local charity that day, but it's probably too close to get the word out. This whole sequence of events has me in utter disbelief.
That's crazy.
So
Suing? You called the wedding off.
I'm actually looking at the dates here, and this wedding it's looking like it was about a week before my wedding. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, weddings are expensive. But yeah, you called it off.
Now, why are you complaining? Why
Or
are you suing?
he sounds like he
She
also
was in the wrong. She said all this stuff about his son. What?
yeah, and then lying and saying he is this manipulative.
Crazy word. Saying that he has her followed? People are following her?
No one's following you, sweetie. Um,
They're just paranoid they're gonna find out the truth.
yeah, I feel like what she thought that he was gonna call it off until she's like, "Well, I have to call it off first."
Maybe.
Because I'm thinking
I'm
like,
sure I feel like he wouldn't have called it off.
I don't think he would have either.
Like, no, just like hearing, it didn't sound like he just wanted the truth of what was said.
What she did was bad, but she did not say as
She
bad as stuff as I thought she would have. It
Yeah,
was really her friends who were
and
saying
she was
it,
just
and she was
agreeing.
agreeing. So she definitely could have gotten out of that and been like, "No, like you're right. I just was with my friends, and like
Yeah.
I just was doing what they were like saying what they were saying because I wanted,
Be like, "And I was
yeah."
drunk, and, I
And
wasn't in
it
the
would have
right
been fine.
mind."
But instead, she was like, "Who sent you that? Who sent you
I'm
that?
calling off the
No,
wedding.
no, you're gonna tell me? You're gonna tell me?
"Well, we're not getting married then,
That's
and then I'm gonna
crazy.
sue you.
You
Sue
dodged
you
a
for
bullet
$25,000."
when he already paid for things too, and it's your dress. It's your dress.
Not it.
It's not even
He's
something you
not gonna wear it.
share.
You could sell it for the exact same amount. Maybe for a little bit cheaper, but you'll still get your money back.
No,
Actually crazy
you're
work.
probably not gonna get your money back.
Well,
You
not
could
all of
sell
it,
it,
but
but
you could
like,
sell it,
yeah.
but not for how
No,
much you
you're
got it for.
it sucks. It's a sucky situation. You're gonna be out of a lot of money. Falling off a wedding is like you really don't want to do that.
But it's like you called it off. You
So
wanted that.
yeah, you called it off. So
So take responsibility.
and he wasn't even like saying he was going to.
Yeah.
It almost feels like he was saying he wasn't going to. But that's crazy.
And then suing him?
And then saying like, "Oh, emailing the friend and being like, "Oh,
Yeah, give me money.
if you want to help your friend,
Give me money.
you can like give me a part of his debt because it's your fault that this happened." It's like, what?
I didn't call the wedding off.
You called the wedding off,
And I'd be
bro.
a real one. If Hayden was to ever be like that and you had a kid, bro, I'd be like, Hayden, I'm telling you, Not even telling. I'm
But
gonna take a video.
if I was in this position and my fiance was saying this or not like did what she did, I would definitely be upset, but I would definitely like, I probably wouldn't call off the wedding.
I feel that's something you'd move past because it's like, hey, kids can be little monsters sometimes.
Yeah, maybe
I
she's
have a
just not
lot of
into
nieces and
kids.
nephews, and it's like they're
You
kind of
do
crazy.
yeah.
I've seen a lot of videos where kids literally wake up, poop in their diaper, and wipe the poop all over the walls.
I
That's
used
a
to do
little bit
that
more.
as a kid.
There's isn't there a picture?
Yeah, there is. Next story. So, this was from originally from Am I the A-hole, but it was reposted on Am I the Devil, which basically means, like, these are the, like they get
Is that even
reposts.
worse?
Yeah, that means you're really bad, like, the OP is really bad. Usually, it's the
What's
OP,
OP stand for?
original poster.
Oh, okay.
So, they're usually really bad.
So they're saying whoever did this act.
Whoever wrote this is the devil. Usually, sometimes it's people in it that are
Okay.
really bad, but that's usually what it is, and
Okay.
it's like the worst of the worst people. Okay,
Let's get it to it.
am I the a-hole for punishing my daughter for not coming to my wedding? I guess we'll see. Right. I got married last weekend in my parents' house, which has been in the family for generations. For health reasons, only immediate family was there. My daughter, 16 female, has been calling her new stepmom, 21 female, names like homewrecker and prostitute. Okay, I just realized. The daughter is 16 and the stepmom is 21. So just think about that. And I have been patient with her.
5 years
A
difference.
5 year difference. That's the difference between me and my older sister, by the way. She assumes I left her late mother because she had breast cancer.
That'd be a terrible reason to leave your freaking wife, bro.
However, I did not leave her mother for having cancer. Nobody decides to have cancer. However, her late mother kept using her illness to devalue me and my sense of identity. She criticized the way I was taking care of her and even stuff like my hygiene or the cologne I was wearing. She made me feel worthless, and I felt like she was projecting her own insecurities by saying the smell of my cologne was disgusting because she never made an effort to keep herself up. And despite the fact that I objectively found her disgusting sometimes, I stuck by her until my self esteem was destroyed. I would work hard closing deals all day and be acknowledged for my efforts at work, yet I'd go home and she'd criticize and nag about every ounce of my being. I met her stepmom when I was in a dark place. She made me feel like I could be myself again. My wife made me feel unattractive and sexless, and with my new wife, I felt alive. Just the fact that she appreciated me and felt physical chemistry with me made me want to do anything for her, to want
Does
to provide for her.
does it say how old this individual is?
It has not yet.
Okay.
That's when I decided not to bullcrap my wife anymore and file for divorce. Since then, my daughter's relatives from her mom's side had been poisoning her against me. Last weekend, when I and her stepmom went to the site of the wedding early, we expected to see her drive to the wedding later. But instead, she ended up going to stay with her aunt. Everybody asked where she was, and there was chaos from my side of the family locating her. As punishment, I took her car and allowance away and have taken her phone away until I feel that she can learn to be respectful towards someone I very much love. And that it will be impossible for her to do that if she keeps having to hear from her late mom's side of the family. My parents have called and said that I was being too harsh. However, when even when things are tough, I feel I cannot let a child of mine believe they can do whatever they want. Am I the a-hole? I mean, okay, here's the thing. This is coming from his perspective. And I'm not I feel like we have an unreliable narrator here.
Yeah.
You left her because a younger woman wanted you. That's my personal opinion. She had cancer. She
Was probably gonna die. Just kidding, maybe not.
she did die. Oh, it says
Is that
that.
in later updates?
No, it says that. It says
Must have
her
missed
late
that part.
mother. Late means that they died.
I did not get the context,
And also like
unfortunately.
she said had breast cancer. So you kind of assume. Which is really terrible. And she was probably feeling really crappy all the time. And
Which I feel like would like you're dying
yeah,
and you're kind of taking that out on people around you. 'Cause, like, you're probably
But we
not ready
don't
to
even know
catch.
if she was taking it out on people around
That's
her.
that's true.
She could just be, like,
And he could be making this
he's
up.
just making up excuses. I feel like this guy is just making up excuses for why he left his wife because she couldn't do things with him or
Yeah.
whatever,
She was constantly
and she was
sick.
sick. And then he found someone that was younger and
Not have breast cancer.
yeah, and could do things with him, and he's like, "Hey,
I like this.
I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna
Let
divorce."
me tap that.
And as a like, think about your daughter's perspective here. All she sees basically is that you divorced her dying mother and then got with someone who's like very close in age to her.
5 years.
5 years is pretty close.
I just wonder how old this guy is. Okay, well, look, if his daughter's 16 years old, he's gotta be at least 30 something.
That's so facts. Yeah, this guy's probably old, and that's why he didn't put his age because he knew he'd get crapped on for that. I mean, like, think about the age gap here. When I was 16, my sister was 21, and my dad was what, 39. And my dad had her when she was 18. So if this guy had her at 18, he's at least 39 years old.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
Yeah. This is kind of disgusting a little bit. Yeah.
That's a friggin'
So there was a
19-year
verdict.
difference.
The verdict was a-hole, pretty obviously. That's why it's on
So
Am
what
I
made it turn into
the
devil?
Devil. What?
So then, is there another update that
There's
made
no
it?
update.
Oh, so it just
You don't think this
updated
is an
to
Am I the Devil? He took away her car so that she couldn't go see the other side of the family.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Man.
Man. I don't know. If
Ugh.
I was what when she was like 14 or 15 years old, and she probably doesn't really understand what's going on. She just sees that you divorced
Her mom
her
that
mom
died
that died
from breast cancer and
or
married
was
a
dying
younger.
at the time. You couldn't even allow. I don't want to be like that, but like you couldn't have just like stayed with her until she died.
Yeah. I feel like that'd be so much better.
Yeah.
Cause then you'd be there, and then it's
Like I don't want to
then
like
you could remarry.
he shouldn't have just. It's such a
Well, you
hard
couldn't have thugged it
situation,
out a little bit.
but like yeah, you
Yeah,
should
who
have just stayed with
cares?
her until she
I
died.
mean, yeah, she might be hating on you and telling you you smell really bad. Like your cologne smells really bad. Just
Maybe
thug
it
it
was making
out.
her more sick. Like we don't know the context of that.
Yeah. Where's the proof?
And that's all she was talking about was like what your smell. Like she just said that your cologne smelled gross, and you're like, oh my gosh, like my self esteem went down. It's like just go get a different
Okay,
cologne.
yeah. It's not that deep.
Stop wearing the
Come
cologne.
on.
Who cares? All right.
Alright.
Next story comes from r/petty revenge. So there's like different levels of like revenge subreddits,
I love revenge.
and petty revenge is like, it's like, like I'm gonna do that, but it's like not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not like there's like bigger revenge
Things that are yeah.
subreddits. All right, the title: She erased us from her wedding, so I'm erasing her from mine. All right,
Weddings. Dude, this isn't everything.
weddings.
Weddings.
Weddings are such a
Drama filled.
event. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just always have drama around them, and it's really hard not to have a wedding that has a little bit of drama.
Did you have drama?
I had drama with a certain family member on my husband's side.
Nope, there was a lot of drama. I don't think it was a little.
Yeah,
A lot.
it was a lot of drama, but it's okay. It's kind of hard to avoid because when you think about weddings, like it's this huge event. You have to like collaborate with a lot of people, a lot of family members. There's a lot of moving parts, and some people like a lot of people have opinions on what things should be or like what you should do, and you don't necessarily want to do it. But there was a huge thing with the dresses. Remember the dresses?
Oh.
And how everybody didn't. I wanted champagne dresses, and then some people were like, oh, it's not gonna. I'm gonna look bad in it,
It's
and
gonna wash me out.
yeah, enough people said it that I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna"
Like, go
different,
tan
and we did sage
when you're
instead.
chilling.
Yeah, but, it's just how it goes, like
We should have just done champagne.
I loved the sage dresses. I think it was a good decision that I moved to sage dresses. But anyway, weddings are very drama filled. So let's see.
Which now that I think about it, you actually had a lot of drama. Like, a lot.
I feel like it's like a normal amount for a wedding though.
I don't know. The weddings that I've been a part of, there was not that much drama.
Well, maybe that you didn't. Maybe you didn't know about it. Because here's the thing, like I had what 9 bridesmaids,
I don't know, you had a
8
lot.
bridesmaids. I had a lot of bridesmaids,
Lot.
and I'm sure some of them don't know all the things that happened, like that went down.
I'm
Like you
sure.
probably just know all the stuff that went down because
I live with you.
you live with me and you helped a lot with the wedding planning.
That's
But
funny.
all right, she erases from her wedding, so I'm erasing her from mine.
Dun dun
When my
dun.
brother got married, his bride, now my sister-in-law, had very specific expectations. She wanted everyone in the family to wear their wedding colors, and we all did. People flew in from out of state. Everyone made an effort to make her feel celebrated. The day before the wedding, she made some offhanded but clearly pointed remarks about how our side of the family never takes anything seriously, and she wasn't expecting us to take this seriously either. The comments made their rounds, and feelings were hurt before the wedding even began, but we still showed up, looked great, and participated. Fast forward to getting the wedding photos and video. Not a single photo of our side of the family was posted. Not one. In the entire 3-minute highlight reel, no faces from our family, except a 3-second clip of my parents with the bride and groom. The rest of us, it's like we never existed. I texted her cordially and asked if she could send me the pictures with just our siblings, since none of them had been posted. She responded that we never took those pictures. That's wild, because I remember helping people adjust corsages for them. She doubled down on the gaslighting. I gave it 6 months and asked again. She suddenly had no idea what I was talking about. Fine. Here's where the petty revenge comes in. I'm getting married in 8 days. I've been engaged for 6 months and planning this moment since she tried to erase us. I hired a great photographer and videographer. What she doesn't know is that the videographer has a secret mission. Make it look like she's getting all the attention. Track her. Hover near her like she's the star of the show. She will feel seen. And then, the final cut, she won't appear for even 1 second. Just like she made sure we didn't. I didn't even invite her originally. Word must have gotten out because she cornered me at family dinner and said, "Unfortunately, I have to work the day before and after your wedding, but I should still be able to make it." I was so stunned. I just said, "That's fine. The Airbnb is booked whether you're there or not." So now she's coming. Ugh. To cope, I spelled her name wrong on the wedding invite on purpose. I spelled the name wrong on the wedding invite on purpose. That was my first move. The video blackout will be my last. Not asking for advice, not asking if it's too mean. It's not. It's exactly fair. Happy to finally talk about it freely.
Yeah, that's really good. That's actually so funny.
I think when it comes to a wedding, like you are the guests of honor, you are being celebrated. That is true. It's your day, and you should feel like it's your day. But at the same time, there's so many people who are taking so much time out of their lives to celebrate you
Mhm.
for that day, and like they could have given money or whatever, or like it takes money to get there or travel, whatever. And you also have to respect that they are there and celebrating you. Family, I just I just don't understand what they did. They didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything.
What they exceeded your expectations actually because
Yeah.
you said you had low expectations for them.
Yeah.
And they said and they all came prepared and did what you wanted them to do. And so I think that's really ridiculous that you would be like upset at the fact that they're just there, that they are. And, like, just give her the pictures. Like, okay, you didn't post them, that's kind of rude, but, like,
Who
why
cares?
can't you just
Just give them the
you didn't even
pictures.
want her to post the pictures? That's why? It's like, that's
Then it says that
insane.
she lost them? Or no,
They didn't even
they didn't even take
exist.
any, yeah.
To gaslight, be like, "Oh, what pictures?"
You
The ones
guys
I took.
no, you didn't take any pictures.
Literally insanity. But I think it's good revenge. I mean,
That was a really
hey,
good little revenge. And you spelled your her name wrong?
valid. I love that. I love that revenge. I don't know if I would do it. I'm just too people pleasy that I would
What do
just
you
be like,
mean?
I would not be like to my videographer, don't let like follow this person around, but also don't
Don't
put
take any
her in.
videos.
Yeah, just follow her around, but take videos of everyone
Yeah.
else. I That's a little much. But I feel like respect the family. Why not respect your partner's family when they did nothing? Girl, that's so weird. It's not all about you. Like, you did ask all these people to be here. So it's about you?
Extra crazy when they, like, flew in too and spent extra money
Yeah.
just to be there.
Alright, we do have an update.
Alright.
The wedding was absolutely beautiful, and I didn't have to think about this all day. We've been living on the love high that comes with the wedding and forgot about anything until YouTube remakes reminded me. Our videographer was given verbal instructions beforehand and made sure to know who sister in law was. As our sneak peek clips have been given back to us, I have yet to see her in any of the footage. Our videographer told us they have over 200 gigabytes of raw footage, so sister in law will definitely be in some footage on a hard drive somewhere, but she definitely will not end up on any of our Instagram highlights. We'll see about the final video. So, yeah, that's it. But you know what?
Sure there's gonna be another update.
I don't know. This was May this year.
Mm.
So I don't know, maybe there's another update, but I'm
Hey,
glad for her.
hey, the wedding was beautiful.
Yeah, that's what really matters.
Hey,
And she
hey.
was thinking about all of you guys on her day and how much she didn't want you guys there and had that in her head and you were enjoying yourself on your day. So, she's the real loser. All right. Next story from r/confession. And so people go here to just confess something.
This is
Could
gonna
be
be crazy.
anything.
I feel the craziness coming already.
I gave a lactose intolerant customer dairy on purpose, which is crazy. I'm lactose intolerant, so let's just see. Let's see.
Okay, at least it wasn't like a
Dairy allergy?
allergy and
Yeah,
you
I agree.
die.
I
That'd be
agree,
crazy work.
but we'll see. It's still bad.
Okay.
I know this sounds weird, but when I worked at Starbucks, there was a regular customer that was very difficult and rude. I was warned of this customer on my first day of training. She came in every morning and would try to push the workers on doing their job and make other customers feel uncomfortable. 3 months into working, she came in one morning and caused absolute hell. She was complaining about her drink while one of my coworkers was making the drink. As soon as she got it, she accidentally spills it and asks for a completely different drink. I was so fed up. She wanted a frappuccino. She went to the bathroom while we were making the new order. I switched with my coworker and made the drink. Instead of almond milk, I made the frappuccino with regular milk.
Mm.
The drink was ready by the time she left the bathroom. She takes the drink, takes a sip, didn't complain. 5 hours later, she calls the Starbucks from the hospital, and I was the one who picked up. She got in a car accident trying to rush to a bathroom. She said she pooped her pants. I couldn't be any more happy that she's safe, but got her
Oh.
karma. How do we feel about that? Getting in a car accident
I thought she
and
was gonna
pooping your
she's
pants at the
happy.
same
That
time?
is crazy. You've probably done that.
No, what?
No?
Poop my pants. I've never pooped my pants since I was a baby.
Sure you didn't even rub it on the wall?
Bro, what?
What?
Oh. I don't know if this is justified. I mean, I get it. this person's annoying, and people who do this,
And they were mean.
they just want to, um
My question is, how did she get into a car crash? Did
she's
she
trying to get to a
No, but
bathroom.
did she crash into someone or did somebody crash into her?
She probably crashed into someone because she's trying to rush. She's probably speeding and, like,
So then that's her being stupid. That's her fault.
and then you poop your pants anyway.
Exactly. That makes it worse. Like
You're gonna avoid that.
yeah, you're probably gonna get sued and you your pants. Yeah? It's just like
Yeah, you
I'm
can't
sure
you can't you can't get in a car accident trying not to poop your pants and then poop your pants anyway. That's worse.
Yeah.
Just poop your pants to go home.
I'm sure she got sued.
Well,
Because she
probably.
got into the car crash.
But she probably has to pay for that. Now her car's messed up, and now she's in the hospital. She pooped her pants. The freaking people had to take her. Oh, how bad was that car accident? That she's in the hospital.
I wonder if there was poop all over the car. I wonder if there was poop in the car. I don't know if they heard that, but
So there probably was 2 explosions. That's actually insane. I feel like see, okay, I get it. She's lactose intolerant, but you don't know that she's lactose intolerant. Well, I guess maybe you do. Maybe she said it, but I'm like, what if she was like, I can't have dairy, and it wasn't lactose intolerant. It was like an actual allergy, and you killed her. Like that's a little bit
well, I mean,
much.
kind of. Have you ever worked food service?
I'm not.
No, they kind of make it a big deal for like allergies and stuff. It's like so if somebody asks for like a substitute or something, and it's like known to be like an allergy, they'll be like, "Oh, is that an allergy or not?" Because we have to do that a lot.
Okay, maybe,
But
and that's why they knew. But I would say if they knew that she was lactose intolerant, it's not that big of a prank. It's like putting a laxative in someone's drink, which is bad, but it's like not that
I
bad.
wonder if this chick is gonna sue the Starbucks.
It's her fault.
Well, like for giving her a drink that
Well,
has
she can't prove that though. How's she gonna prove it in court?
valid through this confession
But
right here.
she's not like an allergy. She
Through
could be
this
for any
confession.
reason. Yeah, I guess through this confession.
Dangerous.
It's actually insane. Like what happened was insane. Because you're thinking, okay, this person's gonna have like what diarrhea or something.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. But you're just giving them diarrhea. Like
You're not killing them.
no. But to be like, I'm in the hospital because I got in a car accident because I was trying not to poop my pants and I still did poop my pants.
And I'm in a hospital, probably having to pay hospital bills.
Hospital bills, car,
New pants?
this is expensive. Okay, I would say this is why you don't be mean to food service people. Don't be mean to the people that are in charge of your
We
food.
could do so much to your food.
What is
and you
it?
wouldn't know.
It's don't bite the hand that feeds you. That's a saying.
That sounds like a good saying.
Why? Don't do it because this stuff could happen. You could poop your pants.
And get in a car crash because you were trying to make it to the bathroom.
Also, why didn't you just stop on the middle of the road and like
That
go
would
to
have been
someone's
so much
bathroom?
better.
Just go find a bathroom.
Or if you really had to go, just go
poop
with Mother Nature.
or poop your pants in the car and figure it out
Because you're gonna
later.
be by yourself. It's not like you're gonna tell anybody.
You go clean it up when you get home.
Exactly. Or you just laugh about it and actually tell other people. But
That's insane work. All right. This is going to be our last story. And it is a true off my chest, which is basically just like people wanting to get stuff off of their chest.
like a confession.
Like a confession. It's very similar to our slash confessions. Okay. I dumped my girlfriend because she made a test Instagram story and I failed. I, 26 male, broke up with my girlfriend of 9 months yesterday because I'm apparently supposed to treat her Instagram like a job interview. She posted a black screen to her story with the caption, "Some people really disappoint you, lol." No no context, no
Pick me.
explanation.
Pick me. Pick me.
Okay. No context, no explanation, just that. So I ignored it because I'm not a mind reader and I'm not going to try to play high school games. I assumed it was about one of her friends or just her being passive aggressive about work or whatever. Apparently that was a test she told me I failed because I didn't message her right away asking what was wrong. She said it showed I don't care enough to check in. I told her I don't check Instagram every 5 minutes, and if she has a problem with me, she should act like an adult and talk to me instead of fishing for attention through vague stories. She said I was being cold and emotionally unavailable. I said she was being manipulative and immature. She cried. I packed my stuff. She's still messaging me, telling me I'm heartless for leaving over one small thing. But it's not one small thing. It's the million little red flags I've ignored for too long. The tests, the mood swings, the social media drama. I'm not dating a puzzle I have to solve daily just to avoid a tantrum. I want peace, not stories written in invisible ink that I'm expected to decode while she sits there with her arms crossed, waiting to see if I love her enough to notice. Done, blocked, logged out. I feel like I can breathe again. How do we feel about this?
Good for you, man. She gives me pick me vibes.
Yeah.
Really? You don't do that. What?
I don't understand, like, tests. Like, I'm gonna test you.
And then break up with you? Or tell you that you failed
Yeah.
a test.
When it comes to, like, tests, like, we'll say, like, TikTok tests or whatever, or ask your boyfriend this. It's like, okay, if it's a funny little joke. Like, there's ones where it's like, rage bait your boyfriend or whatever, and it's, like, funny or whatever.
Theodore rage baits me all the time. It makes me mad.
She takes the bait, everybody.
I literally do. Maybe not all the time, but then I try to rage bait him back, so it works. Does Hayden not rage bait you?
Yeah, he does. But I'm talking, like, tests, like, for your boyfriends or whatever, or girlfriends. Real tests about your relationship and you getting angry that they didn't pass them, that's dumb.
And crying about it?
That's stupid.
Pick me.
You don't test your boyfriend. If you have a problem with your boyfriend, go talk to them.
It is pretty immature.
Yeah.
Is this chick also 26 years old? Or 27? How old was he?
He's 26. It doesn't say her
26.
age, but probably around the same age.
Girl, grow up.
Yeah.
We're not on Instagram anymore.
If I saw that, like, let's say it was one of her friends, I'd be, like, embarrassed, like, for her a little bit.
Secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, secondhand embarrassment.
Crazy amount.
What'd she say? Some people really disappoint you, lol. Well, just a black screen, I'd be like, what is this? This is why they created Instagram notes. Because people would just post stuff
The
like this on their
stupidest crap.
story.
People just disappoint you, lol.
Like,
Okay.
no. No.
What?
And you thought that he was just gonna be like, see that? And be like, oh.
Dude, I wonder if anybody swiped up. Does anybody care about you?
She clearly just wanted attention.
100%.
She just wanted to see who was gonna give her attention. And he didn't want to. Very valid. That is our
That was
last
good.
story. How do you feel about this? Little insight into Reddit.
Actually, it's pretty fun.
Do you normally read Reddit?
No.
I don't really either. But I like listening to, like, Reddit stories from other people reading them.
I like it because it's just random people just saying random stuff. It's like
Yeah.
nothing that has ever happened in my life, but it's happening to other people.
Yeah, and there's so much worse than this. So we'll have to do another episode like this.
Comment down below if you want us to do another episode.
Yeah, I agree.
Because honestly, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do one specific subreddit next time or something like that.
Yeah.
But
That was good.
which one was your favorite?
I like the lactose intolerant one. That just, girl, really? And then you went and you called Starbucks and said that you pooped yourself because you got into a car accident.
I would just say
find a bathroom.
I wouldn't have said the poops myself part. I feel like I would have taken that part out.
Yeah.
I've been like I got into a car accident, trying to find a bathroom, period.
No, and
I pooped myself. That's really bad. All right, well, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, this was fun.
And come back next week for the next
For
episode.
another episode.
Bye.
Toodles.